writes that this reading comes from Book 4, Chapter 12 of St. Augustine's Confessions. This is beautiful. He says, "He is within the inmost heart, and yet the heart has wandered away from him. Return to your heart, O you transgressors, and hold fast to him who made you. Stand with him, and you shall stand fast. Rest in him, and you shall be at rest." Where do you go along these rugged paths? Where are you going? The good that you love is from him, and insofar as it is also for him, it is both good and pleasant, but it will rightly be turned to bitterness if whatever comes from him is not rightly loved, and if he is deserted for the love of the creature. Why then will you wander farther and farther in these difficult and toilsome ways? There is no rest where you seek it. Seek what you seek, but remember that it is not where you seek it. You seek for a blessed life in the land of death. It is not there. For how can there be a blessed life where life itself is not? Now listen to this. But our very life came down to earth and bore our death and slew it with the very abundance of his own life. And thundering, he called to us to return to him into that secret place from which he came forth to us, coming first to the Virgin's womb, where the human creature, our mortal flesh, was joined to him, that it might not be forever mortal, and came as a bridegroom coming out of his chamber, rejoicing as a strong man to run a race. He did not delay, but ran through the world, crying out by words, deeds, death, life, descent, ascension, crying aloud to us to return to him. All right, what stands out to me in this section is that St. Augustine gets to telling the gospel finally. He's in book 4, but he's finally telling the gospel. Though he doesn't name Jesus yet, he does acknowledge that we are looking for life in the land of death, and it's just impossible. And that Jesus, the capital L life, came into the world and overwhelmed death. He swallowed death up. He was so alive that death was consumed in who he is as the life. And that he mentions Jesus' incarnation, his virgin birth, his perfect life lived, his death, his burial, and his resurrection, and his glorious ascension. And so maybe one thing that you can think about again today is to remind yourself of those very simple realities that we can often take for granted in the Christian faith, but to be blown away again that Jesus' life overwhelmed and consumed and put death to death.